What would happen if you saved $10,000? Here are 7 big ways your life could change. Number 6 is wild. Imagine lying awake at 2 a.m., heart pounding because your car's broken down. Or a surprise medical bill just wiped out your paycheck and you've got nothing, absolutely nothing to fall back on. What if I told you that saving just $10,000 could shatter that cycle forever, turning your constant worry into rock-solid peace and opening doors you never thought possible? But here's the kicker. If you skip this, you might miss the one shift that changes everything in your life. Stick around because we're diving deep into 7 life-changing benefits of hitting that 10K mark in 2025. And trust me, once you see it, there's no going back. Hey there, wealth warriors. It's your boy Rain on Wealth, coming at you with that real talk energy we all need right now. You know, I've been where many of you are, staring at a bank balance that feels like it's mocking me, wondering if I'll ever get ahead. But let me tell you, saving that first $10,000, it's not just numbers on a screen. It's a game changer that ripples through every part of your life. Today, we're unpacking 7 powerful benefits that'll show you exactly why pushing for this goal in 2025 could be the best decision you make. We'll cover the emotional wins, the practical perks, and even how it sets you up for bigger dreams, all backed by solid facts and stories that hit close to home. This is the start of our 3-part series on building your 10K foundation. Stick with me through all of them, and you'll walk away empowered. If you're ready to feel that shift, hit subscribe now so you don't miss a beat. All right, let's get into it. Let me take you back to a moment we all know too well. It's the end of the month, bills are piling up, and out of nowhere, your fridge dies or your kid needs unexpected braces. Bam, you're scrambling, heart racing, wondering how you'll make it through without dipping into credit cards or begging family for help. That's the raw pain of not having an emergency cushion. It's like walking a tightrope without a net, where every little gust of wind feels like a hurricane. Studies show that in 2025, a whopping 59% of Americans couldn't cover even a $1,000 surprise expense without stress, leading to sleepless nights and constant anxiety that seeps into work, relationships, and even your health. It's exhausting, right? The mental load of always being one paycheck away from disaster can make you irritable, unfocused, and just plain worn out. But flip that around. Imagine saving up $10,000. Suddenly, that tightrope has a safety net, and the benefits kick in hard on your stress levels and sleep. With 10K tucked away, you're not panicking over every what-if. Instead, you're breathing easier, knowing you've got a buffer for those curveballs. Research from 2025 highlights that people with at least a $2,000 emergency fund, let alone 10K, report way lower financial distress, with stress dropping by up to half in some cases, leading to better sleep and clearer minds. Why? Because financial security acts like a shield for your mental health. It reduces that nagging fear, letting you focus on what matters: family time, hobbies, or even dreaming bigger. I remember a buddy of mine who hit 10K after years of scraping by. He told me, Rain, it's like a weight lifted. I finally sleep through the night without money worries hijacking my brain. And data backs it. Surveys in 2025 show folks with solid savings like this experience less anxiety overall, with 64% prioritizing emergency funds because it directly boosts their well-being. Now, let's talk about the ripple effects. Less stress means you're sharper at work, maybe nailing that promotion because you're not distracted. It improves your relationships too. No more snapping at loved ones over money fights. And health-wise, chronic stress from financial woes can lead to high blood pressure or even depression. But 10K flips the script, giving you that psychological safety net. According to experts, even aiming for this amount builds habits that sustain long-term mental resilience. So if you're tired of those 2 a.m. worry sessions, this is your turning point. What you do next: start small. Track your expenses for a week to see where leaks are and commit to building that fund. It's not overnight, but the peace it brings, priceless. Think of it like upgrading from a leaky umbrella to a full raincoat. Sudden storms don't soak you anymore. You stay dry and keep moving forward. But that's not all. Beyond calming your mind, let's flip the script to how 10K shields you from those real-world hits that could derail everything. Picture this. You're cruising along thinking life's okay, when bam, a medical emergency strikes, or your car's engine gives out, or worse, you lose your job in this unpredictable 2025 economy. Without savings, you're forced to swipe that credit card, rack up debt at sky-high interest, or even sell stuff you love just to stay afloat. That's the brutal reality for too many. Data from 2025 shows nearly 37% of Americans couldn't handle even a $400 expense without borrowing or selling something, leading to a cycle of debt that snowballs fast. Average emergency costs? Think $1,000 for a minor car repair, up to $5,000 for medical deductibles, or months of living expenses if unemployed. And in 2025, with inflation lingering, those hits hurt more than ever. The pain: it traps you in high-interest loans, dings your credit, and steals your freedom, turning small problems into massive headaches that linger for years. Now enter $10,000 in savings, the ultimate buffer that changes the game. This amount isn't random. Experts recommend 3 to 6 months of essential expenses, and for many, 10K covers that if your monthly must-haves are around $3,333 or less. It means when life throws a curveball, like a $2,000 vet bill for your pet or a sudden home repair, you pay cash, no debt, no stress spiral. In 2025, with rising costs, average household emergencies now $1,000 or $5,000, this fund keeps you stable, avoiding the 21% interest on credit cards that could add add hundreds in fees alone. I had a viewer share how 10K let them handle a job loss without panic. They used it for bills while job hunting, emerging stronger without debt scars. The benefit? It preserves your financial health, letting you bounce back fast instead of digging out of a hole. Digging deeper. This coverage extends to opportunity. Without emergencies draining you, you can say yes to things like skill courses or family trips. And long-term, it prevents the domino effect where one setback leads to missed payments, bad credit, or even bankruptcy. Surveys show folks with 10K plus in savings are 50% less likely to face financial distress. So if you've ever felt that gut wrench of an unexpected bill, 10K is your shield. What you do next? Calculate your monthly essentials: rent, food, utilities. Aim for 3 months worth as a start and automate transfers to build it steadily. It's like having a superhero cape in your wallet. When trouble comes, you swoop in and handle it. No villains left standing. Speaking of bouncing back, let's shift to how 10K doesn't just protect. It unlocks choices that make life feel truly free. Ever felt stuck in a job you hate because bills demand it? Or skipped a dream vacation because what if something happens? That's the trap of living paycheck to paycheck. No room for risks or joys, just survival mode that drains your spirit. In 2025, with job market shifts and rising living costs, this pain keeps millions chained, missing out on career changes or personal growth because there's no buffer to take chances. It's frustrating, limiting your life to safe but unfulfilling paths. But hit 10K in savings and watch the doors swing open. This amount gives you breathing room, financial freedom to make bold choices without fear. Want to quit that toxic job? 10K buys time to search for better while covering basics. Dreaming of starting a side hustle? It funds initial steps without debt pressure. Data from 2025 shows people with this cushion are more likely to pursue opportunities, like negotiating raises or relocating for better pay, because they're not desperate. One of my community members shared how 10K let them take a lower-paying but passionate role. They had the security to follow their heart, leading to happier days and even promotions later. The positive impact? It boosts confidence, reduces regret, and lets you live on your terms. Exploring further, this freedom extends to lifestyle. Travel more, invest in education, or even help family without strain. Psychologically, it shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance, making decisions from strength, not fear. Reports indicate savers at this level report higher life satisfaction, with 82% setting bigger goals like home ownership. In 2025's gig economy, it's a superpower for flexibility. What you do next? Reflect on one stuck area in your life. Then use your growing fund as leverage to plan a change. Start job searching or skill building today. It's like upgrading from economy to first class in life. You get the space to stretch out and enjoy the ride. From choices to growth, let's talk how 10K isn't static. It's a seed that multiplies over time. Recall that time you found $20 in an old jacket. Nice surprise, but imagine if your money could do that on its own, growing while you do nothing. Without savings, you're missing this magic. Your cash sits idle, losing value to inflation, around 2 to 3% in 2025, and you stay stuck in the earn-spend cycle with no future boost. It's a quiet pain, watching opportunities pass because you have no capital to invest or let compound. Enter 10K, the starting point for compound growth that turns good into great. Park it in a high-yield savings account and watch interest add up on interest, snowballing your wealth passively. In 2025, top rates hit 5% APY from banks like Varo or Adelphi, meaning 10K could earn $500 in a year, free money. Or step up to CDs or bonds at 440%, netting nearly $450 annually. I know a family who started with 10K. Compounded over years, it grew to fund their kids' college without loans. The benefit? It creates momentum where your money works for you, building toward retirement or bigger investments like stocks. AVG 7 to 10% returns. Breaking it down, compound interest is like a snowball rolling downhill, small at first, but massive over time. At 5%, 10K becomes $2,500 year one, then $11,025 year two, and so on. In 2025, with rates high, it's prime time. This potential frees you from living check to check, setting up passive income. What you do next? Research HiSay on Bankrate. Open one with no fees, deposit your 10K and let it grow. Check compound calculators online to see your future. It's like planting a money tree. The roots, 10K, grow branches of wealth you didn't have to water every day. Growth is great, but let's see how 10K sharpens your edge in dealings and credit. You've been there, applying for a loan or apartment only to get hit with high rates or rejection because your credit's shaky from past emergencies forcing debt. Without savings, you're at lender's mercy, paying premium interest, AVG 21% on cards in 2025, which eats your income and limits options like better homes or cars. It's a vicious loop. Emergencies lead to borrowing, dinging your score, making future borrowing costlier. With 10K, you break free. Pay cash for surprises, avoiding new debt that hurts credit. This stability lets you pay down existing debts faster, boosting your score, e.g. from 650 to 750 opens lower rates. Bargaining power? Lenders see you as low risk, offering better terms like 3% versus 5% on loans, saving thousands. A friend used 10K to clear cards and negotiated a car loan at prime rates, saved 2K in interest. A positive? Higher score means easier approvals for mortgages or business loans, expanding your world. In detail, credit improves via lower utilization, under 30% and on-time payments possible with a buffer. In 2025, good credit saves AVG 1K a year on interest. interest. It empowers negotiations too. Cash in hand means haggling deals. What you do next. Check your credit free on annual credit report. Use 10K to tackle high-interest debt first, avalanche method, and monitor progress. It's like going from beggar to boss at the bargaining table. You hold the cards now. From personal power to family protection. Let's explore how 10K safeguards those you love. Nothing hurts like seeing your family suffer because money's tight. A sick child needing care, or a spouse's job loss leaving you scrambling. Without savings, these moments turn into crises, forcing tough choices like skipping treatments or cutting essentials, straining relationships, and creating lasting worry. In 2025, with healthcare costs up, AVG 5K deductible, families without buffers face debt or hardship. It's a heavy load, robbing joy from daily life. 10K changes that. It's a family fortress, covering medical bills, school needs, or income gaps without chaos. Data shows families with this fund are less likely to face distress, providing security that lets you focus on memories, not money woes. One parent told me 10K covered a hospital stay, keeping their world intact. The benefit? Peace for parents, stability for kids, enabling investments like 529 plans. 10K starts college savings. It fosters resilience, teaching kids good habits. What you do next. Earmark part of your 10K lay for family-specific goals, like a health fund, and discuss with loved ones. It's like wrapping your family in a warm blanket, safe, secure, ready for any storm. And finally, how 10KA isn't the end. It's the launchpad for even greater things. The ache of stalled dreams, wanting a home, retirement, or business but feeling too broke to start, is real. Without that initial savings, momentum fizzles. You stay in survival, never thriving. In 2025, many cite lack of starter cash as the barrier to bigger goals. It's demotivating, leaving you stuck. 10K ignites the fire, proving you can save, building habits for larger targets like 50K or investments. It's momentum. Hit 10K and you're hooked on growth, per 2025 surveys where savers double down after milestones. A viewer parlayed 10K lays into a down payment, saying it sparked their wealth journey. The positive? It cascades. Better investments, debt freedom, legacy building. What you do next. Celebrate the 10K win, set next goal, e.g. 20K, and automate to keep rolling. It's like the first domino. Tip it and watch the whole chain of success fall into place. Quick bonus. Share your progress with Accountability Buddy. It keeps the fire lit and makes the journey fun. There you have it, Wealth Warriors. 7 ways 10K Lai can transform your world, from easing stress to fueling dreams. If this resonated, drop a comment with your biggest takeaway. I read every one. Give it a like if it motivated you. And if you don't want to miss the full power of this series, subscribe now. Part 2 dives into simple ways to save that 10K. And Part 3 shows where to grow it. Watching the whole thing could be the key to unlocking these benefits in your life. Hit that bell too so you're first in line. Wealth isn't magic, it's muscle. Let's keep building yours together. See you soon.